we will start recording. Yes, start recording. And I need to actually check that the stream is working. So I'm gonna go back to the camera so we have some movement here. Then we can start streaming. And hopefully things happen. Hopefully YouTube say, hey, we get data. It's not good data, it's bad amount of data, but we have data, yes. Primary stream, we are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough or consider using a lower bitrate. Can I preview the stream? Like to preview it, please. We're preparing your live stream preview. Please wait a moment. I shall. An error occurred. Please try again. You shall refresh this. Well, it seems to be working. Yeah, we're going to get an echo soon. It is a long way out. It is a good like minute and a half out, I think. Or at least a minute. Okay. We'll stop. Stop previewing. And then let's hop over and hop over into this lovely thing here. And let's select our song, which is gonna be, what's it gonna be? What are we gonna play first? I had a song in mind, but I can't remember what it was. I'm sure it's in here. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's in here. We'll play this one anyway. Okay, in that case, let's turn this off. Actually, I'm gonna turn it off in here so that I don't forget in the future. I'll turn it off in here. Otherwise, I'll keep hearing myself and thinking that it's going, as has happened many times before. Oh, yay, we're starting 10 seconds early. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, let's swap over to this view. Hello. How you going? Hope you're going well. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing this live stream, although I think I have an idea, but I don't know if we're going to be particularly productive. Doesn't feel like it's going to be a productive day, honestly, but we'll see how we go. I think the first thing... So my idea for this is we're going to go back and do the same thing that we were doing last week. How you going, Iolmuth? It's good to see you here. Hello, Sandra Halter. So last week, I'll open up the project. I was a little bit hesitant to do this again because we've been working on this for 3 live streams in a row, and I haven't actually made much progress since last week. In fact, I think I've abandoned what I did last week because it really wasn't working out. Bell Birdie said, "What time is it here?" It's 11 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this is probably the best time for me to stream, which lines up with most other people, except for the people in the UK and Europe. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So let's move over to the screen over here. This is what we were working on the last live stream and the live stream before, which is why I was hesitant to open it up again today. But I think today we're going to try and finish it off. It's kind of short. Well, it's longer than the previous ones I've done. Most of the ones I've done, I think, have been like 1.5 minutes long, quite short. This one is just about 2 at this point. But I think it might take a little while to really finish this one off and get it all wrapped up, because I've kind of composed myself into a corner here, because I started off with one idea and then changed the key in a really weird way, and now it's all off into somewhere completely different, and I don't know how to get back. So we'll see how we go. That's not too bad. 9 o'clock at night's not too bad. 7 p.m. Yeah, that's around about the time. That's in the US, isn't it? Or I don't know if Canada's the same time zone, but that'd be the time zones in the US. That's how I work these out. 7 or 9 is generally what I'm aiming for. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just listen through to the whole thing and see if there's anything that just comes to mind on how we can get this done. This end section, by the way, is new, but I'm not a fan of it. The thing we did last stream isn't there. I replaced it because, like I said, it really wasn't going anywhere, and I'm not a big fan of this either. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, let's take a listen.
I think you'll find the Prime Minister is an alien in disguise.
Hey, Chip Chap Chop, good to see you here.
No. Fair enough.
I really need to get a video out on the channel, so I'm hoping to get this finished sometime soon.
Some good memes, just a night the life revolves around
Time being creative. Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
Just a night the life revolves around.
Go and collect some
Good memes, just a night the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
Go and collect some
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Some place I'll deck outside.
And I forget tell
Some place I'll Bob and she likes.
but they wouldn't it.
That's me. Some place I'll deck outside.
And I forget tell
Well, we'll judge. Some place I'll Bob.
but they wouldn't it.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
Eve Gromdol says, "What remix is this of?" Everything. I'm just throwing things together. I'm trying not to talk over the vocals because that's distracting.
To
say goodbye.
Hello, Declan. Rough die. Fashions and bad guys have.
Though I have to say goodbye.
And then he can go. Rough die. Fashions and bad guys have.
Though I have
Fashions and
to say goodbye.
and then he can go. Rough die. Fashions and bad guys have.
Though I have to say goodbye.
Yeah, see, that transition's a little dodgy. I've skipped this bit because I don't know how that'll work with that in there. And these chords are a bit pitchy, which is strange because they're exactly the same as... I've purposely reused the same chords in the same way as from the Coraline remix, but they're reacting with the other chords, they're slightly out of tune, and I can't figure out how to get them in tune.
Though I have to say goodbye.
Yeah. But you see what I mean, as in sort of composing myself into a corner. I gotta get back to that. I don't technically have to. It could just be like an A, B, C, D, E, F structure, but I would like to come back to that.
Someplace I'll step outside.
And I forget.
And it's a bit soon to come back to this. And this one doesn't really work with vocals. It's a bit too dense. But yeah, this is kind of a one-way transition.
Someplace I'll step outside.
And I forget.
Is it?
Creative.
Someplace
Creative.
some
Creative.
If I loop that,
someplace
Creative.
someplace
Creative.
oh, it doesn't like that. It's going over. Oh, come on. Yeah. That's a one-way. It's going to take a bit of effort to get back to that. Yeah, that's what I mean, Dr. Dynamite. I prefer to go like A, B, C, D, A, or A, B, A, D, A, or something like that. There needs to be something that brings everything together. You can't just go new idea, new idea, new idea, new idea, end. Otherwise, there's no pattern to it. So I want to try and... The only thing I can think of doing is making a weird, quirky transition here where these go down until it reaches the chord again.
To say goodbye.
Because I do need to change the key at some point. I could actually...
someplace
Because
Creative.
that's 5. Is this 5?
To say
What exactly is the difference between these two? Hold on. Let me find my bass so I actually have some idea of keys. Oh no. It's done it again. I do have, if you remember, my audio interface was just kind of dying in the last one. I do have a new one coming, but it's the place I bought it from can't get it until October. So we're gonna have this stream and probably another one. If I do end up doing one next week, hopefully, I try to do these weekly, but we're going to have another 2 streams of a really bad working interface where I'm going to have to keep rebooting it every now and again, which is annoying, but what can you do? What was I do? Yes, that's right. Oh, come on.
Native.
Okay, good. Good. I thought it had broken again already. That'd be disastrous.
Native.
So what key?
Native.
That's E flat.
I think you'll find the
Native.
And then we go. No, we don't go there. I think we go down.
Native.
Yep. We go down to there. So from that, you could go down to D.
To say
It would be a little bit awkward though, considering the progression that this has.
to say
Oh, we could change that chord though. Hold on. Let me just make a new arrangement. I don't want to lose this if I can avoid it. Clone arrangement 2 is a good enough name. I don't care. Let's just take all of this away. Goodbye. 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 And delete that and delete that. And then we can grab this chord here. Although that is...
though I have
Dang, that's a bit awkward though. I wouldn't be able to make that stay for that long unless we switch it around, which is... We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. And it doesn't work that badly there, but it depends on how it fits in with everything else. It needs to go from the lower inversion, otherwise it doesn't make sense. And do that. And we're gonna have to change this bass, because now it makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Oh, it's not a delivery time chip chap chop. It's I think I just bought it at the wrong time, and the store that I got it from was out of stock. And they don't get the next delivery until October. So unfortunately, I'll have to wait until then. Now, can we actually just extend this syncopated pattern out? Yes, half a step is what I want. And then we could potentially just do the exact same thing as in the previous section, throw in the ding at the end, and then bring it back to D, which is close enough to E flat. It's right next to it. So that'll work fine, I think. Well, if we get the drum loops right. Come on. No, we won't have that at the end. But I'm going to keep it there. Because I don't want to lose it because it's cool. Why are these out here? Get rid of it. Go away. No, we don't need that. And in fact, that's why that sounded wrong. And in fact, actually, I'm thinking we could go back all the way to the same chord we did at that section. It's not a chord. That's the drum loop.
To say good.
That'd be it, wouldn't it? Yeah, sorry guys, you're just gonna have to bear with me for a couple of minutes. Every time that happens.
To say.
Yep, and will that work?
To say good. To say good.
The only problem I'm thinking then is that if I
Being creative.
we'd have to change this, put this back in there. Maybe. Maybe. We could just use another sample, I suppose, but I like having that.
Being creative. Being
It's not that far away. We could... Oh no, I have to stretch all of these again. See, look, I've done that trick where it's the normal one, and then number 2, I've made it unique, and then the normal one again. And so I'm gonna have to... Right, okay. Let's do this. Like that, and then we can slice it and turn off the snapping and get rid of that, and then get rid of this, and then delete the middle bit, and everything's lovely. And then we just need to change the pitch. Oh.
being creative.
In fact,
Creative.
don't even need...
Creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being creative.
It's not that far off.
Being creative. Being creative.
It's a little bit weird, though.
Being creative.
And I think it's partially because of this,
Being creative.
but not entirely because of that. It's... We'll use a different sample. Why did I get rid of that? No. Keep that. That's important. Did I get rid of anything else? No. Yeah, okay.
To say goodbye.
Okay, and then we can go back to D and loop back to this bit again, but in a different key. And we're going to have to change the vocals around and then come back to this part. And then we can just jump straight back into
Just
the
a
chord
night where life
progression
revolves around.
and finish the song off. And the good thing is that will add on a total of how many minutes? So it'll be at least 1 minute to 30 seconds plus probably about another minute on there, which would make it 3 minutes. Yay! We've solved our problem, or at least we think we have. Hello, Neo Cat Noir. It's good to see people here, as usual. So let's get this done.
To say goodbye. To say.
Do we want that chord in there? I know I'm obsessing over this last transition,
To say goodbye.
but it is important. And these chords going together is not the best. It's too thick.
To say goodbye.
Do we want that one or this one?
To say goodbye. To say goodbye. To say goodbye. To say goodbye.
Okay, and then
Mine is being creative.
no, that's weird. Don't do that.
To say.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. No, I'm right.
To say. To say goodbye. Though I have to say goodbye.
And that's weird. We could just have that be G. Not G, 5.
To say.
No, I'm going to leave it the way it was. We'll leave it and we'll move on. Wish FL Studio didn't have that weird undo thing where you can only press Control Z once. I don't know why any program does that. It's just annoying. Okay, let's go back here.
Bumpers of death outside.
And I from downtown.
And let's see how this sounds when we transposed it. We might throw some extra chords on there as well, just for fun. Well, not just for fun. They need to be there for some reason. We don't know why, though. The mysteries of music. Put that there.
To say goodbye.
See, that's a bit jarring. Hopefully be less jarring. Okay, so these kicks are actually they're sort of tuned in that they have some pitch, and I've changed it. So I'm going to retune these. And by retune, I mean just mess around with where they are on the piano roll. Where was the original? Because it'd be a semitone lower than that. Huh? Okay, we're just going to leave it there and hope it works. I'm confused. So it is, we're going from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I forgotten to make that unique? Yes, I have. Silly me. We're going to move it back to where it was and then make it unique. And make unique, and we'll make this one unique as well because that's a different pattern. And then we'll put these in here. Ugh. Quick, change it before we hear that horrible thing again. Are we going to hear the doctor start talking about aliens in a couple of seconds? No. Okay, because we disabled that track. All right. Dr. Dynamite says, how long have you had a passion for music? I've been learning piano since 2001. So that's 3 years old. But I really started making music in 2006, I think would have been my first real proper song. Like that transition, maybe if you said, well, I've forgotten the word, transpose this before we figure out the transition. Okay, I've messed something up there. Yes, I definitely have messed something up there. I've put this down one too low. I think it would benefit us to loop this. Have I moved that the right amount? I can't remember. This is going to sound wrong, but we'll fix it up in a bit. And I've forgotten to make these unique once again. Unique, that's what I was going to do. This and this and... yeah. Like that. And then we can bring it down. 4. And then down 4. Beautiful. And same for this one. Such entertaining video content. Transposing the best part of music creation, I'm sure any composer will tell you. Make unique, please. Come on, brain. Is that right? I think it's just because these have been pitched down enough that it's starting to get weird. At least I hope that's what it is. Something sounds really horrible though. Yeah, see, there you go. That fixes most of it. Well, sort of. Something's wrong with this. Either something's wrong with my ears or something's a bit off in the pitch. Because I'll probably go back to this section now and then hear it straight away in these and be like, oh no, it's broken everywhere now because I've heard the problem. It must just be a nice frequency. And then I come back to this and don't hear any problem at all. Ah, don't we love our brains? Is there something wrong with the bass? wrong with this, and I don't... It only appears when the bass is in, but I can't find anything wrong with the bass. I can't fix anything with the bass, at least. So we get rid of the bass. It's fine. Let's try putting these up. No, that just sounds wrong. If we turn... Okay, so if this happens in short succession once again, I'm going to improvise and create my own little setup, which is totally not going to work at all. Which, actually, now that I think about it, what I was thinking of probably isn't going to work at all.
To say goodbye. To say goodbye.
See, that's a good transition. I like that one. If the bass wasn't out of tune in some way or something... Maybe we should make a new bass line. There's something off. Something's off, but okay. We're going to ignore it against my... Actually, I'm going to focus on just... come on. No, that is definitely out of tune. We'll leave it. And we'll just try and keep the bass. Keep the bass under control in terms of its pitch.
Just a night the life revolves around.
Go and collect some
Good means just a
Apparently it's fixed now. Okay, alright, we'll just leave the pitch slightly off there. and it'll fix itself. Okay, And okay, let's get this
I think
this so let's get that one going then. Is that okay, so in order to do that, we just need to get this, and it's 1 bar of that. And then we'll need to redo this, but we'll put this one in here. Like, no. You need the new pattern, which has been transposed, otherwise it'll sound all bad. And then we got the ding. The ding, ding, ding. And then the snare fill. Snare fill. Snare fill sounds like a Dr. Seuss character, doesn't it? The snare fill. I'm not going to even try and rhyme. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. We'll just we'll just copy and paste this pattern over here and make it unique, and then change the pitch to wherever it was. It was G, was it? I think I might know where the pitch problems are coming from. No, it was G sharp. I think I know where the pitch problems are coming from. It's not from the bass. But I'm going to copy this because I'm not entirely sure. Hello, Atlas Geneticist. Your name gets me every time. Hello, Atlas Geneticist. How are you going? So we'll just copy that value and no, and bring that back to normal. And then I know what the problem is. It's the kick, because the kick is not actually a tuned kick. It's slightly off. I think. Or we can test this scientifically.
I think you'll
Although
find
the more that I listen to it, the more I think, no, it's actually the bass. No, it's actually the bass. Right. Where were we? No. Don't shift everything. And we just copy this, paste it over here, and make all the stuff unique. And then we can go back to the same chord progression again and end the song. See, that sounds fine, but that's because it's wrong. We still need to transpose this. 1, 2, 3. Why is this pattern A? Oh, this is pattern 4 now. Okay, so that confuses me. It inserts a pattern and it changes all the pattern numbers and yeah. And this one we need to make unique. Throw it over here. Why did you do that? Okay, all right. And let's ignore that. Let's fix up this bass and that'll... Hello. Okay, yeah, it is working. That wasn't quick enough succession for me, but FL Studio apparently was too quick a succession, and it died. So let's reboot it. But apparently not that way. Okay, all right. Hello, Task Manager. Hello, Mr. Task Manager. Please save us. Save us, oh wonderful Task Manager. Now I'm wondering, did I save? How long ago did I save? Hopefully it'll stay alive for a little bit longer. Okay. Now, when did I last save? How much did we lose? Hopefully not too much. Roses are red, violets are blue. Is it the kick or the bass? It's confusing us too. I'm glad to know it's not just me. Oh, okay. No, we were basically where we were. Okay, so I was right. I had just saved. And we'll get to redoing that bass line eventually.
Just a night, the life revolves around.
Go and collect some
Good means just a night, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
Go and
And we'll leave the lethal vocals out of this for a little bit. We'll just use the drums. And then we can use this as the fade out. Bit of a dull ending, but but we'll see how it sounds. Okay, and now to transpose this, except it's just down one semitone, which is not too bad. And replace all these kicks with the new one. And we'll make unique and bring this down a semitone. Come on. Oh, there's only one instrument in here. Okay, fair enough. Now that is right, isn't it? Yes, it is. It also means that it's going to sound like demons until we transpose this properly. And I think we'll just leave it going, just constantly. Oh, such beautiful bass lines. Why is that unique? Oh, that's why. Okay. We don't need it to be unique. just do like a big long endless build here and that'll fix everything. Magical end of song coming up. With guarantee it's not going to work. No, that is like a separate pattern. So we'll have to go back to this and just make it unique again. No, is this right? Yes, that should be the right key, wouldn't it? Actually, no, we'll just leave it like this. Does it work with this? Probably not, but we'll find out. It does, but yeah, it doesn't lend itself to that section. Hello? Okay, I think there's a button, like, that's stuck on my mouse. It's getting a bit old. Anyway, where were we?
Around.
Go and collect
Some good memes, just a night, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark.
The life revolves around.
Same old.
Go and collect some.
Okay, and let's let's see how these sounds if we change the pitches, please. Could sound absolutely horrifying.
Just a night, the life revolves around.
Go and collect some.
Some good memes, just a night, the life
Sounds
revolves
perfect
around.
as it is.
Being creative.
We'll leave it there.
Born in the dark.
The life
No. And that was genetic. Oh, wait, if you asked if you wanted to remix a person instead of the usual show or movie, and who would that be? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I have actually thought of that before, but I haven't actually thought about who it would be. So I don't know. Robin Williams would be cool because he has such a wide range of... yeah, but you kind of need one character for this kind of thing. Otherwise, it just gets a bit complicated. Yeah, I would love to do a remix of a character Robin Williams has played. But Robin Williams himself is a lot of stuff. I mean, you could put it together, I suppose, but not right now.
just a night, the
Okay, let's get to fixing this up, which is going to take another trillion years because we need to re-stretch all of these, and this is one of the reasons I like Ableton sometimes, because you can just change the pitch of the sample and stretch it out. You don't have to mess around with all of this stuff, and I've just completely destroyed all my progress, haven't I, by getting rid of that. Let's make it unique and then bring it down a semitone.
Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad. We'll leave it like that. We'll just quantize it because that's the best thing to do.
Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
just a
Good luck with it.
Has this one been changed? Oh yes, it's been changed up, which means moving it down is going to make it sound better. Oh yes. I keep doing that. I need to change the pitch before I do that. And I need to make it unique before I do that.
Just an idea. 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 Just an idea.
Yeah, it somehow sounds worse. We'll leave it on speech instead of mono because yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Save the life. The life. The night. The life.
And I brought that up instead of down.
The night. The life. Revolves around. The night. The life. The night. The life. The night. The life. Revolves around. The night. The life. Revolves. The night. The life. Revolves. The night. The life. Revolves around. Revolves.
Okay, we'll make that unique and make this unique, and I'm just being lazy at this point.
Revolves around.
Luckily, that's actually the original pitch of the sample.
Revolves around. Revolves around.
This one's going to be fun. Oh, it is actually the original pitch as well.
Go and collect some
good means. Just a night. The life. Revolves around.
time.
Like that. Unique, please. That's right. Down one, and that was yeah. It's closer to the original pitch. It's not actually the original pitch, which means it's going to sound a little bit weird, but not too weird at all. Please, no, don't do that. Oh, it's duplicated. Why has it done that?
Go and collect
Some good means. Some good means. Just some good means. Just some good means. Just some good means. Just
Oh, and that means it's changed the pitch of the original.
some good means. Just
Yeah. Okay.
some good means. Just a night. The life revolves around.
time being creative.
Some good means. Just a night. Some good means. Just a night. The life. Some good means. Just some good means. Some good means. Just a some good means. Just a night. The life. Some good means. Just a night. The life.
Go and collect
Some good means. Just a night. The life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark.
I wouldn't mind doing Jumanji. There's a lot of movies I wouldn't mind doing. I wouldn't mind doing the Addams Family movies. Those would be fun. I recently actually just remembered that those ones existed, and it's like, wow, these are incredible. Need to get the Blu-rays of those. Okay. Do we want to finish this bit here? Well, yeah, we'll do that. We'll finish this section, and then I think we'll take a little break from music.
Just a night. The life revolves around.
Go and collect
Some good means. Just a night. The life revolves around.
time being creative.
So this one is just a copy-paste.
Just a night. The life revolves around.
Go and collect
Some good means. Just a night. The life revolves around.
time being creative.
No.
Just a night. The life. Just a night. The life. Just a night. The life revolves around.
Go and collect
Revolves around.
time being creative.
Okay, all right. Let's get this one done. The
The time war. The time war. The time war.
Yeah, that works. Fun fact. I can't remember her name. It doesn't matter.
Time being creative.
Revolves around.
Time being creative.
Yeah, see that sample's from Doctor Who. It's not from Getting Creative, but they do work well together, and it sounds like a similar person because they're both British. Not that all Britons sound the same. We're from that. And then we'll do this, and I think okay.
Revolves around.
Time being creative.
Born in the dark. The life.
Being creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being creative. Being creative.
Born in the dark. The life revolves around.
Okay, so this one needs to be tuned down. The further along we go, the less work we have to do, because most of it's already done. Do this one. I just copy and paste across. And then this one is just a copy and paste across from there as well, I think. Like that. And then that one's also just a copy paste. So we're almost done with this bit.
Being creative.
So we got to fix this one up.
Being creative.
Born in the dark. The light revolves. Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Go and collect some.
Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Time being creative.
Okay, all right. We are back. Who's my favorite doctor? Christopher Eccleston. No doubt about it. Christopher Eccleston. He was the doctor that I started with. And he was the one that I watched the most as a kid. Well, actually, no. It was David Tennant I watched the most as a kid. But I went back to Christopher Eccleston and was like, holy crap, he's great. So, yeah. Nah, he's my favorite. How about a Simpsons remix? No. Not right now, at least. I'd have to go back and watch like the first couple of seasons, and it'd have to be those.
Born in the dark. The light revolves. Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Go and collect some.
Born in the dark.
And that one is just a copy paste from there, same as go and collect some. And
Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Go and collect some.
Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Time being creative.
and I think we'll leave the rest of that to the end, but we will go into here and create a free balance and create an automation clip and make a fade out. Because I'm lazy now and I use fade outs. But we'll put that there, and then we might fix this up and make it a little more we might fix up the ending and make it a little more interesting later. But for now, just do the fade out, mate. Just do it. So how does this sound in general from here? No, not from there. From the beginning. From the top.
I think you'll find the Prime Minister is an alien in disguise. That's never going to work, is it?
No.
Fair enough.
Good luck with it.
Just a night the light revolves around.
Go and collect some
Good means just a night the light revolves around.
time being creative.
Good luck with it.
And then after this, I think we're going to do a little bit more programming, but not too much.
Just a night the light revolves
Just to
around.
finish off the
Go
stream.
and collect some
Good means just a night the light revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
Go and collect some
Born in the dark. The light revolves around.
time being creative.
Some place I'll step outside.
And I so downtown.
Some place above and
In fact, because the vocals are sort of not finished, we'll leave the vocals out just so it doesn't seem unfinished or less unfinished. Makes a bit more sense. Now that I think about it, actually, the song, in terms of structure, it's kind of like a triangle. You can see it's kind of like a triangle. A, B, C, B, A. That's fun. Goodness, this part's boring without vocals. Probably need something to fill in the gap there that we've taken by removing these. But it's a good transition. It's not bad at all. Yeah, we need to fix the bass up. That could use some work. And then it just goes on. It could possibly actually just be... Could just be wrong because it hasn't got the vocals.
Good luck with it.
Just a night, the life revolves around.
Go and collect some
Good means just a night, the life revolves around.
Some of those are a little bit dodgy when changing them down. Anyway, let's save this. The other Father Horn sample, yeah, I've kind of hidden that in that area. A lot of people did like that sample in the Coraline remix, and especially that section. So I thought,
and then it can go da-da-da-da-da-da.
thought I'd fit, just sort of sneak that in there. And yeah, because the Coco remix, I was doing a Coco remix. It didn't really work really well. It didn't really go anywhere. I did like 5 versions, and none of them actually. I never finished any of them. So this is kind of my token Coco remix there, that little bit with all the Coco samples in it,
Rations and bad guys have.
Though I have
with the guitar and all that. Okay, all right, we're gonna leave the music here. Oh, thanks, Natalie M. We're gonna leave the music here, and I'm going to do what we did last week once again, and pop in and do a little bit of programming. Hopefully not too long, because there is, once again with my jukebox, my live stream jukebox, if I just quit out of FL here and take this over here. Oh, hello. There we go. This live stream jukebox here. We made some changes last week to it. Namely, you can now change the audio output. But there's a new bug. Hello? No, I thought... What? Okay, there's 2 new bugs. Right. But the bug I was talking about... if it's gonna work. Hello? No, the sound is still working. So why is this not playing? Oh. Sometimes. Okay. The bug I was talking about was if it changes to the next track, if you click the next button, the buttons change as if it's stopped, but they don't. And so you can't stop it or go to the next track or anything like that. You have to play and then stop, or play and then pause in order to get it to work. And it's not just if you change it to the next track. If it goes to the next track itself, it'll do that as well. So we're going to be working on fixing that. And as usual, as we did last week, I'm going to... no, not that. I'm going to open up where it is and copy and paste the executable or the folder onto the desktop so that we have music in the background. And then work on it for a little bit and see what happens. And then after that, we'll listen to our the end of our song one more time and leave it there. That's a strange emote, Chip Chap Chop. I'm not sure I quite... Dizzy face. I hope I do tend to move things around on the screen a lot. Where's... Hello? Hello? Where's my jukebox? Not here, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate. In fact, it doesn't seem to be working at all. Okay. Alright, let me just open the project up and build a release version. And see if that works. Because I do want to get some music, otherwise it's a little bit awkward. Hello, Derps McPineapple. I don't know why YouTube... There's been a whole lot of fuss about YouTube with notifications and all that kind of stuff. Ring the bell! Yeah, but that's probably a good idea if you do want to be notified. Why is it called... We just want to build it so that I can run it out here. Hopefully I can. Otherwise it's going to be a bit awkward. No? No. Right. Okay. Well then, I guess I'll just try this then. We'll see what happens. Does that work? No. My audio cut out. Did it? Yeah, it says it's still going. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hopefully we're back. That might actually have been why this didn't work. If it was crashing. What was I? And then again, no. It's still not working. That's weird. Does the debug version work? Yes, the debug version works. Well, why does this not work then? Oh, okay. This is annoying. Hold on, let me just rebuild a debug version and see if that works. See, it works there. It works if you double click on it? Yes? What if I copy it to the desktop? Nope. Does not work. Ah, well that's annoying. That means music is not going to be playing. Derbs McParnover says, did I seriously use Shotcut to edit my music? No, I didn't. I can't remember who suggested it to me, because Sony Movie Studio is just horrible. But I tried it out and it's like, no, this is... I don't know if this performs better or anything like that, but it's just horrible. It's got a really bad layout and everything. It's just really unintuitive, and so I'll deal with movie studios weirdness. I am really confused. By the fact that this won't run. It will only run as a debug version in the debug folder. That doesn't make any sense. Unless, hold on. Oh, I'd probably put it over here. You gonna work now? My prediction is no. No, you're not. What if I delete the shortcut? If this doesn't work, I'm gonna give up. Yep, okay, we're giving up. That took way too long, and there's no positives to just continuing to do that. Is there really no way that I can run this without? That's weird. Hold on, if I compile a release version and then debug it, does it run? No. What if I continue? Then it just stops. Huh. DaVinci Resolve. Dursman Pineapple suggests that as a video editor. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I mean, I'll gladly look it up on YouTube, on Google, just to keep it in mind. This problem with the executable is really bugging me. Anyway, I guess we will do this without music, as awkward as it may be. Or rather, I will run the program, and if it crashes while it's playing music, then so be it. Okay. So, we need to, because the bug is, when you press next, the buttons change. What we need to do where the next button is. In fact, no, we need to go to where it changes the audio track and just see what it does. Because that'd be where it is. It'd be in the playlist, wouldn't it? And in this playlist, this is the thing that plays the songs, and this is the class song that is the songs. So I need to find on song next. Is that on song next? Where's that set? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's in the next code that this is probably a problem. So it stops it. Then if order.count equals 1. Okay, so that's like the randomized order. Then you randomize it and play. Otherwise, and then you refresh currently playing. Okay, so the problem would then be in here when you refresh it. Where's the refresh ones? Have I organized this at all? I suspect not. Refresh, currently playing. This is the one, isn't it? No. Hold on, what? There's nothing here that should change the buttons. At no point is there any button changing here. So hold on. When you click the next button, what happens? Previous. Where is it? I saw previous. Next. Current playlist next. Hold on, what happens when we stop? Refresh the transport bar, refresh currently playing. But that should just do that anyway. Does this work when you say previous as well? There's no previous because it's randomized. Okay. This is an annoying one. Okay, so let's switch this over to debug. We could have a radio Smuffy. I have yet to watch Pogo's Radio Pogo video. The original test was blocked on copyright grounds. And I just haven't got to watching the latest one he did. Was it yesterday? Unfortunately, I can't. Despite the fact that we live in the same country, I can never tune into his live streams because he does them at like 3 o'clock in the morning here, which is weird because in Western Australia they're behind, so he's doing them at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It's probably the best for UK and America, but I can't watch them. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's actually set up some debug stuff. So here, let's actually go to where it changes the buttons, the refresh playback buttons it would be. This one. And let's just say, put in a breakpoint there and see where it's doing that and what exactly is causing that to happen. So we'll continue, and we play, and then it should refresh the buttons, yes. And it's doing it again. So if we click next, yeah, okay, so what's doing that? Is stop. Well, why did you stop? You set the audio device. Oh, okay. Where did you set the audio device in play? Okay. Okay, I'm going to set in the jukebox, refresh currently playing, because this will fix the problem all over the board. Where's refresh currently playing? Currently playing, by the way, is... we just start the program and we get rid of the breakpoint. Where is the breakpoint? It was somewhere in here. Just so it doesn't stop on us. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Refresh currently playing. Refreshing is refreshing. It's true. And then at the end of it, refresh song. But we'll also refresh playback buttons. Okay, and then we'll start it. And the bug should be fixed. There might be a flicker, but I can deal with that. There you go, problem solved. Let's just check when the track ends. Magical. Right. That was quick. So let me just rebuild the release version, and I want to see whether it works. Because it's weird that it just won't run. Let's quit that. We don't need that anymore. And in here, if we go bin, release, double click on it, It's not going to run, is it? No. I don't know, maybe I need to reboot my computer or something. Anyway, let's finish this up. Let's listen back to what we did earlier. It's only been like 20 minutes. And then I think we'll leave it here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm surprised, actually. I think it doesn't make that much noise. This, what do you call these things? It works really well. Around time. Don't know why, but I find it like, yeah, it's slightly less intimidating when you wrote it because you know where things are. But if I was to send it to someone else, I might actually add some comments. That's a problem. You really should comment things just so you know what you're doing and other people know what you're doing. But it's just a personal project. Anyway, let's just take a listen to this end here. And, oh. I thought for a second we'd lost everything. No, it's just in another arrangement. Okay. So let's have a listen to this end bit and then we'll finish it up.
And then it can go crashing and bad guys out.
Though I have
Though I'm really tempted to fix this bass line.
Good luck with it.
Just a night, the life revolves around.
Go and collect
Some good memes. Just a night, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Go and
And that's why that sounds wrong. It's because this is not here. It's one of the reasons it sounds wrong.
Just a night, the life revolves around.
go and collect
Some good memes. Just a night, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Born in the dark, the life revolves
You need
around.
that shame over there.
Go and collect
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
time being
Just a night, the life revolves around. Just a night, the life. Just a night, the life revolves around.
go and collect
Some good memes. Just a night, the life revolves
Born
around.
in the dark.
time being creative.
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Night, the life revolves around.
Go and collect
Some good memes. Just a night, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
Yeah, that works.
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
same
Go and collect
Born in the dark, the life revolves around.
time being creative.
You could just end it there. Just exactly the way it is, but we're not going to do that. That's a little bit cheap. Okay, but in the meantime, that's good enough for today. We actually got a whole heap done, which I'm happy about. I didn't think we were going to get a lot done today. Okay. Alright, hopefully... I'm hoping this will be out soon. I've said that about a gazillion times so far. But I need to get something out on the channel. It's been a very long time. I'm coming up on... I'm trying not to get to beat my record in amount of time spent on hiatus. I think the last big break I had was over a year. I did longer than JonTron. Anyway. It's nice to see you guys again. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I'm trying to do these weekly, like I said last time, but sometimes things get in the way. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week, and see you next time. And as usual, I have to stop streaming and press the OK button because it asks me if I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure about stopping the stream, but I don't. Yeah, okay. Right. That's the stream done. We can stop streaming. And we can stop recording. All right. See you later, folks.